Well, I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
I wanted to ask you if you could tell me about how the band started for people like me that just hopped on board.
We started during COVID. I moved from New York. Travis, the drummer, he moved from Georgia, and we met on Facebook in the Colorado Metal Group. And at first, we started playing covers. And bands like Sepultura, D-Side, Immortal Death, which is my favorite band. Um, and then it was fun playing the covers. Then somebody asked, "Hey, that's really cool. Is that your song?" And he said, "No, it's not." And that kind of drove us to start writing. And on that day, uh, we wrote our first song, and yeah, we became an active uh, original music band from that day. That was in 2020, late 2021. Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
And I wanted to ask if you could speak on my favorite track, which is Impossible Choice.
Impossible Choice. That's a very emotional track for me. I love it too. I appreciate you saying that you like it too. I really like the solo over at that track at the end of the song. It's a song about, I guess, my roots. It's about the Holocaust, making an impossible choice in order to survive. Um, and The drummer actually gave Travis gave the name, and the song is sung in Hebrew. Actually, it's kind of a prayer of getting saved when all else looks like it's uh, about to end.
I wanted to ask you, um, did the title track come first or did the album title come first?
So the way we usually write the music first, and then we just play along like on themes and names. The name Nearest Ducks came from I really like um, the song Round Midnight by
Hmm.
Billie Holiday. I like the name. I like the fact that it begins to tell around midnight. I like that sort of vibe, aesthetic, I guess. So I was looking for something similar, so I came up with Near Dusk. But then it evolved into uh, a story about a spaceship that is drifting into space after doing its duties. At the time, I was playing No Man's Sky, which is a game where you travel in space. Not that I'm a big gamer, but it was one of those games that I did play. Um, so yeah, that old spaceship drifting in the sky. So that's what the lyrics are about too. And it kind of corresponded with the artwork also for the cover. So it kind of all fit together to call it. But it took time. It took time. It was before we released, like a few months, we decided on that.
And the band has a unique sound and a sound that's truly its own. I wanted to ask you, do each of you have different musical tastes?
Yes, we do have different musical tastes. We're different ages, so we have like d generational
Hmm.
liking. I really like early late 90s. We all kind of gravitate around that, but we all each like our own things. Um, so Kane, the bass player, he's really into punk and really into kind of those indie vibe, more
Hmm.
bands. Travis likes the metal bands that I have not that I have kind of like a gap in my knowledge because I was never into those Screamo 2000 bands, and
Hmm.
he was. So there's a kind of a mix, and together it mashes into its own thing, which I'm also really proud of.
I wanted to ask you as well if you could speak on the album artwork and the artist that was involved.
Definitely. So the artist involved is called Travis Jack. Hatley. He's also the drummer for Insipidus. And yeah, he's an artist. He goes by Mass Exodus on Instagram. You can go and follow him and see his art. He's got kind of this fantastic fantasy, post-apocalyptic future past to mesh together kind of art style. Uh, yeah, and he does all the artwork for us, for the
Oh,
band. I'm also a designer, so we collaborate. And he also owns printing shop, so for shirts. So we also have access to that. So we design our own shirts and print them. Um, and yeah, that painting is kind of big. I think it's like a foot by I don't know, by a foot and a half. It's on I think on canvas or maybe even wood. I think with acrylic, and it's gorgeous. We just love it.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And the album is out. I wanted to ask you, what's the next step for you?
We already have new songs. We actually had a street show last night. We like to play on the streets. We're a busking band. That's how we kind of make our bread and butter to pay for all the recording. My personal goal is to get better at recording. It's an endeavor. Uh, it's a process that is not easy to the to anybody attempting it. So yeah, I really want to record our new songs in a much better fashion. We do everything
Hmm.
DIY. We recorded with Drew Bob Smith, which is our dear friend, and also our sound engineer. And yeah, we did it in his basement. But yeah, I'd like to take it a step up yeah, that's the plan. Get out more.
And speaking of get out more, will you cross the states?
Yes, I'd love to cross the states. We are a touring band. We do our DIY touring. In fact, we have a tour in like about 3 weeks. Um, in the West Coast, we're going to California through Nevada and Salt Lake City. It's going to be fun. There's a festival in California called Death Over Bakersfield. We're going to be playing the pre-party and the post-party. But yeah, I would love to play anywhere we can get to and that has electricity. We'll get there.
I wanted to ask you as well if you could take me back in time and tell me about your musical journey. At what age did you begin?
I began in my early teen. I actually started playing the flute when I was like in I don't know in fourth grade, in the orchestra there. I was the only boy amongst the girls playing the flute. That's was my first instrument. But
Mhm.
after that, I really got into guitar. My older brother, he introduced me to metal, which at a very early age, I'm talking about 5 years old, I already was acquainted, with Metallica and Guns N' Roses. That's how it started. And very early on, I got into the extreme metal. And so by the time I was like, early teen, I was already playing Emperor, Immortal. Those
Oh,
were my
wow.
bandy side. Death, of course, Chuck Schuldiner. And later on, I also picked up on bluegrass and played the banjo. So my favorite guitar player, my guitar hero, is Chuck Schuldiner forever. What he did is he took a piece of my soul with him. So, but I also really love Jerry Reed. He finger picking style, the old
Sure.
70s. I love Jerry Reed, his whole attitude towards music. Um, and yeah, so those are kind of meshed together my personal favorite types of music, but I like all types of music. I really find anything that has a melody that touches me is good in my books.
Sure. I think any one of us has picked up a guitar has someone who drove us to do it. Like for me, it's Ace Frehley.
Yes,
Just
of course.
his style and his personality on stage just really gravitated toward me.
Yeah.
And
He recently passed away, and
yes,
I kind of delve into that. Chuck Schuldiner was also a big fan of Kiss. That's who inspired him to become a guitar hero for many. And so yeah, I have a lot of respect for Kiss and the early and the origins of metal. And yeah, I love American music and I love American guitar players. And I'm a big avid I like the history of the guitar in America too.
I wanted to ask you as well, along your musical journey, what do you feel has been the best advice that has been given to you along the way?
I think the best advice, I don't know who gave it to me. I think it's one of those things that you pick up, is just focus on what you're doing. Try to do your best. Don't look to the sides. Don't try
Mm,
to equate yourself with others and measure yourself because at the end of the day, it's your thoughts that you
sure,
live with, and you want a clear mind and you want a happy life as much as you can. So I think just focusing and loving what you're doing, not being not noticing the noise. There's a lot of noise, especially today with social media, a lot of noise and
oh,
things that would
absolutely,
that appear to be grand, but they're really small, and vice versa, things that appear to be small, but they're really big. And I think that that's very easy to get lost in there. That would be my advice. Don't get lost. Just focus on what you're doing and enjoy the ride.
I wanted to ask you as well, the album is out and it's amazing top to bottom. What
Thank
is the best way to get a hold of the album and any merchandise that you have?
We are streaming everywhere, Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube, it's everywhere. Merch, you can hit us up on Instagram. Just follow us at Insipidus on Instagram. And merch, I think there's in Bandcamp. You can find some merch. And yes, any contribution really helps the band. We'd love to get the music out there, really enjoy playing for others and getting our art out there. We feel it that it is unique, and we are proud of it. And it is evolving too. It's such a nice thing to see from the side how
Sure,
something is evolving, and something that started off as just a game maybe is becoming something that more substantial and
sure.
real.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you, if you could give a message to your fans, what message would you give them?
Stay true to yourselves. Be try to find the light in the darkness. There's a lot of darkness, especially these days. But again, we live in our own mind and we can only control how we react to things. So
Sure.
I would encourage them to do that.
I wanted to take a moment to thank you for creating an album that I enjoyed from top to bottom. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you today.
Thank you so much. What a great words to hear. I appreciate so much. It's an honor to hear this from you, and thank you so much.
And I'd love to see you here in Ohio.
Oh, I'd love to come next time. We're in Ohio. We've never been there. I definitely will hit you up. Let's get you and let's meet in person. I'd love that. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
You take care, my friend, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Robert. You too.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, man.